What's going on, gamers? I'm Coach Solomon here, back again for an epic follow-up GGO workout. In today's lesson, I'll be showing and breaking down the common enemy mobs you'll encounter within your survival world, as well as a few more varied hostile mobs too. Learning and spotting these enemies while we are currently in the grinding phase of our survival roadmap will better help you advance yourself to the top and be better able to hone in on your player versus enemy skills. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the warm-up. Alright, let's take a look at some of these creepy crawlies. This first drill will be dedicated to showing off the most important and common enemies you'll see in your overworld. Yes, there are enemies like the witches, the Ravengers, or the brute piglins, or even bosses like the warden or the wither. But those are very circumstantial and require lots of advancement to fight. The main enemies you'll meet on your survival journey are zombies, skeletons, spiders, creepers, and endermen. Alright, now zombies, they need no introduction. They're slow-moving, growling targets that will attack you with their fists and can hold tools or weapons if they want. They spawn at night and they burn in the sun. However, the zombies have many variations. Like the zombie villager, which is a skin variant of the zombie if a villager was bitten in the night. Or the baby zombie, which is a smaller hitbox to attack and runs much faster. Then there's husks and drowned. These husks are desert zombies, which don't burn in sunlight and can inflict hunger if they attack you. The drowned are these underwater zombies that spawn in oceans, rivers, and swamps. They sometimes wield a trident and can swim. All of these undead mobs are an easy foe one-on-one, but don't let them swarm you or get the upper hand. Now let's talk about skeletons. Skeletons are also undead mobs that spawn at nighttime and burn in the sun. They are the projectile-focused common mob and will shoot, aim, and strafe you until you're dead. They tend to hang back and snipe you, but sometimes they'll sprint at you if you're 14 blocks or closer, so stay vigilant when around these scrawny goons. There's also the ice variation of skeletons called strays. If you enter icy and snowy biomes in your world, these guys will likely appear. They have arrows of slowness, so make sure you're on ice to move faster or deflect their attacks. Luckily, unlike the husk, strays do burn in the sun. Let's finish this drill by spotting these guys and fighting them, picking up their loots and overall inspecting their behaviors. You might see the skeletons start fighting each other because one hit another on accident, or the zombies forming a bigger mob to swarm you. Whatever it may be, stay safe and have fun. Alright, now that I knocked out the main two mob types, let's switch over to the more peculiar common enemies. Next up on our enemy mob list, let's take a look at the spiders. These 8-legged bright-eyed dudes are a day and night enemy. They spawn at nighttime, move quickly, and are very hostile towards you. Thing is, they won't burn in the sun. Good news, however, is that they are passive during the day, not attacking you unless provoked. A variation of the spider is their younger cousin, the cave spider. These guys are smaller and won't spawn in open land, but deep beneath the ground within abandoned mine shafts. They inflict poison damage and spawn lots of cobwebs, so make sure to keep your distance. One final variation is the spider jockey. They're very rare, and skeletons and strays can ride the cave or regular spiders, making a dual threat not to be underestimated. Now let's move over to the most popular mob in Minecraft, the creeper. These green hissing crawlies need no introduction. They spawn at night and are active hostile mobs in the day as well. Their goal is to approach the player and explode, killing themselves and you along with it. They are extremely quiet, which is why so many players, including myself, have been snuck up on and killed by these 4-legged mobs. Their survival in the daytime is also a huge factor to their iconography, and are known building destroyers. Finally, let's meet the Enderman. This slender and lanky creature is a rarer sight in your overworld, but often spawn in groups of 1 to 2 at nighttime and can survive in the day. They're passive mobs, mostly teleporting, picking, and placing blocks around, but if you look in their eyes or provoke them, they will begin an aggressive and fast attack on you. Staying in water or under a roof is ideal here since they can't be in water and will need over 3 blocks to enter your home. Let's end this drill by spawning these mobs around and testing out their abilities, seeing how much damage they inflict and how many hits they need to be slain. You can also see what they drop and how they interact as well. An Enderman's Ender Pearl or a Spider's String are very important for survival in Minecraft. After a few minutes of playing and fighting, then we'll get ourselves into the final drill. Now that we've seen and explored the main 5, let's take a moment to identify these neutral mobs you might come across, shall we? I'd mainly like to talk about bees, iron golems, goats, and bears. All of these funny and cute mobs may seem harmless, but if not handled properly, can cause serious damage. First, let's take a look at bees. This relatively newer mob will spawn pretty regularly in your overworld near beehives. They are a great source for honey in-game, but if provoked or if their beehive is attacked, they will begin to swarm and inflict massive damage, so be careful. Now let's look at iron golems. These metallic large protectors can be summoned with 4 iron blocks and a carved pumpkin like this, but also spawn naturally in villages. They help defend the villagers against the enemies of the night. Slaying one is a great source for instant iron if you need some, but never underestimate their attacks, because once you're provoked, they will hit and launch you until you're a threat no more. Next up are the goats. These sheep-like fellas typically spawn in colder biomes or mountains and cliffs. They are very passive and won't attack you if you deal damage to them, but instead, every 30 to 300 seconds or so, they will randomly target onto a still mob and ram them. Yeah, so still that they will even ram an armor stand if it's nearby. They can be tamed with wheat, but it does take a little while and are a great source for milk. And finally, let's meet the panda and the polar bear. The panda bear is a rare jungle and bamboo forest biome mob that spawns if there are enough grass block separation within that biome. They spend their time just simply eating bamboo and being great pets. However, if you hit them, they will hit you once or twice, but will cease unless provoked again. The polar bear will spawn in ice and snow biomes. They are also passive at first, but if you hit them or their babies, which are usually around, then the mama bear will stop at nothing until you're gone. Polar bears can be tamed with fish and make great hunting allies, however, it is also very difficult to do. Let's end this drill exercise today by also spawning and playing with these mob types and their behaviors. Spawn goats, ramming goats, anger a swarm of bees, befriend a panda, or just watch your iron golem protector fight against the polar bear. Just generally see what their drops are, how fast or slow they move, and how much damage they inflict. After some time adjusting ourselves to these mobs, then we'll switch over to some more focused work. Alright gamers, now that we've gotten some time and experience with these hostile mobs, it's time to survive. Akin to the previous workout, get yourself into a survival world and survive a full day in Minecraft, focusing on encountering as many enemy mobs you find. This will mean that there is going to be no sleeping this time, so make sure to have plenty of weapons and food. Try achieving a goal of encountering a brand new mob you haven't seen before yet. This can be achieved if you're actively hunting mobs at night and exploring new areas while doing so. Once you watch the sun rise and the undead begin to burn, then we'll regroup and collect our findings from today's workout. Good luck gamers, and remember to have fun. Welcome back y'all. You've successfully completed not just another day in your survival world, but an entire onslaught of mob hunting. After making it through the lessons and practice we did today, ask yourself these essential takeaways. How many enemies was I able to find and kill? Did I see any newfound or alien looking mobs? Did any enemy mobs actually aid me in my survival? How can I further protect myself from the enemies of the night in my survival journey? All these ideas and more will be brought back up as we go down our survival roadmap. Thank you so much for tuning into today's awesome GGO Minecraft workout. I've been Coach Solomon, and I hope to see you all next time.